I I think accountability is extremely important when trading, which is why I'm recording. Today is December 9th, 2020. This is live data, but of course, this is sim. We took a second entry short here. Very interestingly, this is our signal bar, this green bar right here, not that red one because that's not a new low or new high. I'm sorry. But we have a strong downtrend. We could potentially have a lot of people picking bottoms here. And people like to go with the overall like short-term trend at 7 a.m. to 8:30, according to our notes. We could take a look over here. It says they chase spikes. They chase even short-term trends. Second entries with overall trend, not spikes, trend with overall trend work for this reason. They will try to trade back into a range. So I was just after a spike out and pushing. Okay, and how to trade second entries work well if there seems to be top pickers or bottom pickers not moving their stops. So yeah, so you can imagine there's a ton of stops where our first scalp is maybe a tick lower than that from people who are picking the bottom here, and this is the short-term trend here. So I'm hoping that we can get this scalp. Our orders are our scalps are pretty massive if you take a look at it. It's far beyond the signal bar, and it's far beyond the what a scalp should look like. But let's go ahead and see what happens anyway. I think I'm okay with it for now because the Nasdaq moves in such big moves that I'm actually okay with it. Let's see how far we come. So where my cursor is right now is a 2-point mark. So maybe we might have to just slim down to 2 points and then just double up on contracts. Maybe that's a consideration, but as of right now, it looks like it looks pretty good. We might just end up sticking with it. But if it gets really bad to the point where it's like it comes here and turns up every single time, then we're gonna have to switch our strat and just not switch a strategy, but just lower the, shrink everything. Maybe how we used to trade on the ES, maybe just a little bit bigger than the ES and a little bit smaller than this, and just double up on contracts. If you were trying to make the same amount, essentially, but we probably won't add more contracts. Yeah. Market's pushing up again a little. Looks like there might be a ton of people going short. Who have their stops where we do. I'm thinking we might have to switch tick charts because if you think about it, if we were on a bigger tick chart, like let's say somewhere between 1200 and 15 or even 2000, these bars would look a little bit more reasonable compared to our like scalps and stops and stuff like that. Like these 3 bars could be 1 bar, and now that looks a lot better scalp. Now it just looks like a slow moving day, maybe it's just something I want to put out there instead of trying to pull back away from. Yeah, getting real close to our goal. Came to the tick. We're gonna leave our stop where it is because that's not fair. All right, now it's fair. Because if it came to the tick and pulled the other direction and stopped us out, then there's that like bigger chance that we actually shouldn't have got that. So I'm okay with that loss because that means we did something wrong, and I'd rather learn from that mistake than try to get a cheap one out. Yeah. A non-obvious scuff trade would have worked as well. And you would have done non-obvious because a lot of people are obviously going long. That's the reason we went short. So a non-obvious, once that market starts to push down, we could suspect a lot of people to go short, and a scuff trade would have worked well there. The psychology behind it makes a lot more sense, but we kind of played it just strictly to the rules, which was take that second entry because statistically speaking, and from our notes, those second entry shorts work pretty well on these days. Yeah, or in the morning at least. Also, an obvious entry would have worked. This is your signal bar, and that was your scalp, and your stop was like probably a little bit out here. NASDAQ is showing a second entry at this particular area. Didn't get one here, but it looks like we're gonna get one here. Of course, we can't really do anything with that information because well, not yet at least. We hypothetically could, but we don't want to be testing new things just yet. Just to get more trades. If we got the trade, then chill. Yeah, good. We're good. All right, this is the MNQ, the NASDAQ. This is the micro. This is the NASDAQ. So pretty dang similar. Maybe if you go like this. Oh yeah, that's pretty dang similar if you ask me. Just like slightly shifted this way, right? You can see that because we have the opening in the same exact spot. That's an interesting thing. So yeah, it looks like NASDAQ got pulled out a little here, as you can see, and here's your signal bar for the NASDAQ. At 50, I would go long here, just because that's your first opportunity to go short. But however, they like to chase short-term trends, and this is one of them. So maybe going long short there is actually the best play. And it looks like you would have got the scalp. Let's see, your entrance would have been here at 50. You would have done an obvious. Actually, maybe not yet. So that's 2 points up. That's 50 right here. That's 3 points. Yeah, actually, and then we go for 15 ticks, right? So 1 tick, 2 tick, 3 tick, and 4 tick is up here. Yeah, you would have got your scalp. Nice. Oh wait, no, you would have went short, right? But that's a strong push up, and people like to chase those. So maybe everybody else was going short as well. Micro NASDAQ, the NASDAQ might behave a little bit different. Okay, if we were trading this live on the NASDAQ, something to take away is that we've been on this strong downtrend. There's zero like indication that this is going to be a range up until this very point right here, and you get these strong pushes up, and then you get a lot of people trying to fool the other person. So actually going long there is the better option. We're gonna have to switch that 7 a.m. thing mentality, and it's not 100% all the time, because in this case it's a strong downtrend, so everybody's shorting. If it was more like a day like this, maybe not this guy, yeah, like this guy, where it's like this, it has the up, the down, the up, the down, and people have that data in their day. And then when 7 a.m. comes, which is actually right here, we had the up where you're in between that range. So now that kind of plays out. The whole idea of the second entry before 8:30, of course you don't get that set up here, but 8:30 comes in right here. You saw I don't really see one, and this is way too early, but yeah, essentially that's the idea. Let's put that in our notes actually. So let's do it live right here. Okay, so microtrader traits, they chase spikes, they chase how to trade. Second entries work well if there seems to be top breakers, in order for the second entries to work well, they must look like a range. And that will keep it simple, just for us to understand, to take a quick look instead of having to read an entire paragraph. Yeah, because I find myself reading the bulletin points a lot easier. I think that's statistically proven too. That's why people use bullet points, because it's easier to read. Anyway, But yeah, as you can see, that's a strong downtrend, and people are going to be shorting there. So that's not when you want to. So we'll put strong downtrend equal no entry. No second equals less chance for second entry to work with trend. Yeah. All right, cool. As you can see, and in this specific case, that proves really well. We just swing low first entry. We should have bought there on the micro NASDAQ right there. And we might actually have another setup here. We can still suspect a lot of people to go short. No, now it's starting to look like people are going long. So I think the second entry would actually be best here. Because now this is our short-term trend. People are starting to go long now. So I think going short is the better option. Question is it an obvious or non-obvious? I think I might buy on a non-obvious actually. If you're just doing a second entry short, you have to do one tick below the signal bar. So for the majority of the market from 7 a.m. all the way to close, people are always going to keep on trying to outsmart the market. So that's something you have to keep in mind. In this case, we had a swing on first entry, second entry. That one worked out really well because it looks like prices were going to reverse there. However, I don't think this will be the case. I think once we start to push down here. Actually, now I'm thinking the second entry short might be better play. Do we have bottom pickers here? If we have bottom pickers here, then we should not be joining them. All right, we'll do second entry short, and we'll stick with our strat, or our notes at least, and just trust our notes. We don't have the same setup here anymore. This would be your entry. Here at this point, you would want to be buying because this is the first opportunity for people to sell and start prices pushed on up. And now this is getting a lot of people to believe that the market's going to keep going up. So shorting is actually, I think, the better option. We'll see. All right. Kind of filled late on this guy. We got filled one here and the other here. That's unfortunate. How does that happen? Market's pushing up on us. Market opens up in 3 minutes. We could get burned out right here. Got stopped out. So it looks like that when the market looks like it's on a downtrend. Why didn't we listen to our notes though? We just wrote it down. Strong downtrend equals less chance for second entry to work with trend. People are still trying to short this thing. So we gotta put we gotta take the second entry input. If day is strong trend equals traders always trying to stick with trend. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Stopped out by a tick, bro. By a tick. Looking for a sell here. Come on, push on up. This is this whole downtrend could be on the back of everyone's mind, so maybe everybody else is selling too, which could push this market right back up. Yeah, we should have bought. We would have got our scale. Oh, good. Here's a NASDAQ. Your sell would have been at this point instead of over here, because that's your swing high first entry. Selling right there. Fantastic trade. Fantastic trade. So yeah, we should have sold. Oh gosh. Swing low, first entry, second entry. Let's buy. Come back. A ton of people are gonna go short here. Nice. Yeah, swing low, first entry, second entry. We saw a lot of people going short there. Yeah, we would have got the scalp here as well. Still wouldn't have got stopped out just quite yet. Man, this is a strong downtrend though. How far did that pull back? By a tick, bro. By a tick. We got lucky there. We should actually just buy here just to make up for the fact that we should not have gotten that. Bro, we got that by a tick. I don't think we would have got it here actually. 75. That's 2 points. 3 points. Oh wait. Yeah, that's 2, right? Because that's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Buy a tick, bro. Tick. Swing low first entry. Yeah, I could imagine a lot of people were going short there. Has to push it up a little bit. But of course the market just keeps pushing down. This trade day is a little harder to trade, specifically because oh gosh. Oh, we got fill on the right spot, right? It's 2 point out. No, we should have filled right here. Let's move this down. Let's move this down. Let's move this. Something like that, right? Our entry should have been right here. So our exit would be 2, 3, and 2 ticks, which is right there. Nope, get back. And here comes the stop. Oh yeah. I don't know if this is the actual, like, how far it should have been out. Right there-ish. Come on, just give us the scalp. Oh god, here it comes. Ton of people going short. Ton of people picking bottoms. Oh gosh, here comes the shorts. That's gonna push the market straight up. Oh god, come on. That's the last push. Come on. It's gotta be the last push. Last push. Come on, you can do it. Push. Oh no. GG. Well, at least it's not that big of a loss since we entered in a specific spot, right? Oh, it's giving us another push. Oh, could this be the push that we've been waiting for? Oops, I've been... Very well then, friend. That's your first opportunity. You should have bought there. What are you doing, Nick? Swing low. First entry. Second entry. Should have bought right there. What was I thinking? What did I do here? Swing high, first entry, second entry? What were we thinking, Nick? Why are you trying to go short here? I'm so silly. Okay, we'll say that made up for all our mistakes over here that we didn't get, that we got stopped out here. And yeah, you know, didn't get the full stop out there. Should have got stopped out there. So we'll say we're break even right now. So this is where we're supposed to be. $12. It seems like day trading is getting a lot easier, which is kind of crazy to say, but I could see the mistakes pretty easy. You should have just bought right there. It's like simple mistakes like that. So I first you try to sell up here. Actually, where would we have gotten it? I don't think so, right? Yeah, we would have to come back pretty dang far because we broke lower. Our actual entry was right here. Yeah, there we got nowhere near it. But yeah, you shouldn't be buying here. You should not be selling because everybody's trying to sell in the same way. Swing low first entry right there. That's what you should have done, Nick. But we're looking at houses because I'm pretty confident on this trading strategy. I want to build this one. This is a nice one, right? I think that one looks pretty cool. But yeah, enough of this. Yeah. It's relaxing to just be able to do this and like have peace of mind that hey, there's a slight chance we might actually get it, you know? Sorry for being so off-centered of the camera. How are we? How's this looking? You know, it looks better. Alright. Yeah. Let's keep going. It's 8:50 a.m. 5 trades, 2 losers. Not too bad. We're still in the positive. After tax and fees might be a negative, but hey, that's kind of crazy. Alright, we kind of had a second entry here. Swing high first entry, second entry. I could assume a ton of people are still shorting this, so probably going long there would have been the best bet, but it wasn't the best setup. I didn't even like notice it. Gonna swing on first entry, second entry here, but never broke higher, so might get it set up here now that we have a new swing high, or you could just keep pushing up. I think we should really study like every second of what the market is doing, because I think the more we do that, the better understanding and a lot easier it's gonna come natural. So let's just start reading the market. We got a huge topping pattern and a huge up and down here. I think people are still trying to sell because we've been on this strong downtrend. That's something I firmly believe in. If we start to turn down here, this is going to become an area of resistance where people are always going to shorten no matter what if we come up to there. But for now, we got this. I mean, that's a topping pattern if I've ever seen one. So we can assume a lot of people are going to start going short here. And there's going to be the smart smart traders who try to outsmart the rest, which would be going long against the top pickers here. So in our position from 8 to 11:30, the market trader trades. They like to trade with overall trend and will continuously go against short-term trends and spikes. So figuring out what's the overall trend. It looks like that was it, but now it looks like we're pushing up. But okay, a ton of people are buying here, and that's interesting. I don't think this was buying actually. I think this was profit. People trailing. Once it broke down below here, a ton of people took the profits and exited, which made that shoot on down really fast. I think there's gonna be a ton of longs actually now. We've been on this strong downtrend, but now we're gonna get, if we get a second entry going long, we're gonna go ahead and go short because we've been on this strong uptrend. People are trying to outsmart the market, and once this breaks below or makes a new low here, we'll go ahead and take a short. Gonna swing high first entry, and we'll do it on a non-obvious, just for the fact that it was a topping pattern and it was strong. You got these strong legs like this, so yeah, if it breaks below here, we'll go ahead and place our order right here. And yeah, all right, keep pushing up and around. We're into one tick entry because it's really big moves. When it becomes really big moves, the market doesn't stop once it starts when it breaks above or below a certain bar. So this is still our signal bar. We're gonna leave it where it is. No, we'll do a non-obvious actually. I'll move this guy up here. This is still our signal bar. The reason we're doing non-obvious is because we have these strong spikes here, and a ton of people are still trying to sell this thing. But I do believe that once we start to push up here, we'll get our order filled, and hopefully these people don't get stopped out, because if they get stopped out, we get stopped out, because that's going to really shoot the market on up. Yeah, and if we broke below this area, then we exit the trade. Heading on down. Coffee. Colombia. 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 Oh, broke below. Actually, I never broke higher, so technically this is still our entry. Wow. All right, now we're in a spike, so huge downtrend. I think people are still trying to go long here, trying to pick the top or the bottom of this spike, and we just hop in right here as soon as we get the opportunity to. Right there, one tick above, and it's not going to give us that. So now, huge spike down. Let's go ahead and sell this thing. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Chiba Liba. This could shoot on up and could get stepped out here because we've been on this specific downtrend. People are probably trying to continue that. However, I think a ton of people are still trying to go long because it's the second entry long and the market was pushed on up. So now that people are going long, hopefully we can reverse the market here and have it to keep going down. Yeah, so we wouldn't be going short here if it wasn't for this, but let's see what happens. Oh god, F's in the chat, boys. All right, so let's see what it'll look like on the NASDAQ. Oh, that was it right here. Swing high, first entry, second entry. Oh, we never got that. We never got it. That would have been yours. That would have been right there. Your order is right there. Oh man, dude. Damn. Okay, that was too big of a mood. Yeah, a ton of people are going to be selling there. Okay, so maybe if it was right here, then it would have been okay. But since it was a strong downtrend, yeah, you should have bought right there because people are suspecting this to continue on down. And plus, that's a huge spike. You got to consider that. If it was like this, then maybe you would buy. Obviously, I mean, you would sell. But once it starts pushing like that, everybody's trying to sell this thing. So, and everybody's suspecting this trend to keep on going down. So, you know, bro. All right, now in this case, we want to sell. Even though it's a huge spike because we can expect a good amount of people trying to buy here because we've hit this lows and people like to trade back into resistance and support. So we're gonna go ahead and keep selling here if we can get our order in the right spots. Yeah. Gee, believe it, dude. Alright, people are waiting for the first correction. And that's where we sell. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Jesus, imagine selling here, bro. I just been watching this thing go. Oh, we're just trailing this thing, huh? It's got filled. Oh gosh. Here comes the buys. Here comes the buys. Waiting for the first correction. Come on, push on down, push on down, push on down, push on down, push, 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 push just a little bit more, friend. Friend. Yeah. Oh no, swing high. Oops. Yeah, we deserve to get burned here. We should have sold right here. How did I not see that? Oh, no new swing high. Your last swing high is up here. Oh my gosh. Alright, we got it anyway. We'll say that made up for this guy over here. For the swing low first entry, second entry, right? Let's get stepped out. Nice, nice. Alright, cool, I'm happy. It's also a huge spike. People were going to be buying anyway. Alright, I was a little busy playing guitar, but we had a swing low, first entry, second entry right here. Could have bought right there. That would have been a good entry. Okay, just based on the way the market's been behaving, it looks like people might be shorting here. Actually, let's see if there's any type of trend. Not really. Sort of. Maybe. Looks like we already broke out of it. Maybe if we match these ones with these, nothing even then. But anyway, we have a strong uptrend here, but by the looks of it, people are probably picking tops here. So we actually want to go long. So if we get a second entry long, we could probably take it. But besides that, yeah, I think people are calling tops here, and that's gonna really end up pushing the market up, and it looks like it already is. All right, going short here. Oh, come on, don't leave us, friend. This was a little congested, and people like to trade back into that, which is why we are going short, or trying to at least. Come on, come on, come on. Just got fell on the order. Alright, it looks like we got the scalp to the tick, and there's move. Yeah, people like to trade back into that congested area. So once the market started to spike, that also allowed us for a 1 tick entry. And you taking non-obvious in this market right now is not the best idea, just because once it starts heading in a specific direction, either up or down, it just keeps going once it breaks below that bar or above that bar, in whichever direction it needs to go. So as you can see, if we entered a forward tick here, we entered by the tick, by the way. It didn't push up a tick higher. Well, technically, just enough for us to get into the trade. And yeah, and it came to the tick for a runner. That's crazy, bro. Yeah, nice trade. Here's a second entry short. How's it look on the NASDAQ? Oh, same thing. I think people are gonna try to short this thing, and that's why I entered on an obvious 1 tick entry here. This is the most recent trend, and this is the short-term trend. Most recent, and yeah, see if we could get the scalp. Come on, all you have to do is come up a little bit higher, buddy. Tad bit higher, tad bit higher. Push on higher. Come on, buddy. You can do it. You can do it. We're not letting you stop us out here. So it came to the tick. I want to take my profits, so we're just gonna do that. I'm pretty sure it's gonna come up and give us our scalp. Let's hear where our stop is, just in case we do get stopped out. So that's 3 points out. It's 5 points out, and we do 5 points and 2 ticks, right? So right here, 75. Our stop is right here. I'm pretty sure we'll get this guy. Wow, we can't break above that point for some reason. But that's why we do scuff trading, so we could get better entries, right? Because usually, I mean, if you sell right here, out there, easy. If you would have sold right here, it would have been a lot harder to. We probably would have got our runner too. Dang, we should have left it where it was. But that's okay. I think that's fair. Ferusha. Yeah, good trade. Good trade. Oh, the NASDAQ would have worked easy. This would, your entry would have been right here. Easy peasy. Okay, we went short there because of this trend, and usually people want longer spikes than that. And it's a second entry short. Temporary trend is going up. and it's all up and down. So just say it's a downtrend is or say it's an uptrend. Yeah, it's mainly a downtrend, so people are going to be trying to short this thing, and you got this thing right here where people could be trying to fool the other person or the other traders by going short here, and pushes back in that direction. So yeah, good trade. Oh, I missed this. I was playing ukulele, but we had a swing high first entry, second entry. We could suspect a lot of people going short here actually, so I would be a little bit hesitant to take this. This is an upward trend. Maybe people are picking tops, so we could have sold here at a 1 ticker, but I would be a little bit hesitant. Looks like you would have already got the scalp, easy peasy, but yeah. All right, we had a swing high first entry, second entry. I actually think buying here is a better option just because of the congestion, and people are chasing the market, so buying here would have been the better option. It looks like. Yep. See. It was a little bit congested, and people were kind of suspecting the prices to keep on going lower, but that didn't happen. So buying there would have been the better option. I just opted to stay out of it. Actually, selling right here would have been it. Yeah, your entrance would have been right here. So selling there before the congestion, yeah, that would have been a good trade. Missed the trade. Swing high first entry, second entry. People are going to be buying down here, and we just missed it. All right, been out for a good couple of minutes. There's a buy right here. Strong entry, strong trend down. People were looking for the opportunity to go short. That would have been right there. You could have bought. Swing low. This had a strong spike, so there was a ton of people going to be buying. So I don't know if I would have entered that in a buy. I would sell here though. Swing high first entry on an obvious, and yeah, yeah. All right, stepped out. Ton of trades here. Okay, swing high first entry, second entry. There were going to be a couple longs here just because of this area of resist support. Going short there was a good option. Let's see. Now we're working down. Got new swing high first entry. That would have been your second entry. So broke lower, broke higher. First thing we would have noticed, that broke lower. Then deciding whether you wanted to be buying here. I would do a scuff trade here, and it's not a spike. Here it's a spike, but that's just one bar. So probably selling is not the best option. You want to be buying here, so you could possibly bought there, but as prices start moving upwards, now we're looking for a buy here still, depending on if yeah, so it's a strong downtrend. We would buy right there on an obvious entry. It looks like it works out since this bar comes up this high. Unless it, yeah, no matter what, yeah, that one works out no matter what. And it pushes down, right back up. Still wouldn't have filled our stop. Our stop is probably like way out here somewhere. So would have got that one. Then you got a double top there. First entry. Swing low, new first entry. People are still looking for an opportunity to short this thing. I would be hesitant to go long here just because of that strong uptrend. So I'd probably stay out of this trade, or maybe buy. No, because if you bought here, your stop would be here. It's hard to call it a spike because this was a spike as well. It's kind of like a correction. I'd probably stay out of it for the bad setup. So going short there looks like the better option, just because people went long here. Trying to push the market back up. Swing high. No new swing high actually. And market's pushing down. There's your second entry short. I would imagine not a lot of people are selling there. A ton of people are going to be buying. So I think selling might be the better option at that point. Looks like it because there's some support there, as you can see. So once we got here, a little consolidation. People might still be selling this because of the spikes here, and maybe not everybody sees that. I'd stay out of it,
personally because it's way in the afternoon. But if we had to make a decision like this was 7 a.m., I probably would short this. Yeah. And it looks like, yeah, we would have got stopped out. Looks like, yeah, everybody was shorting this thing after a spike like that. Everybody's trying to push it on lower, trying to stop the people who are down here. So that's all right. We would have learned real quick. I wouldn't. Yeah, if we had to, yeah, I would have went short right there. Not gonna lie. All right, and we're all caught up. So let's go ahead and I just sneezed. I went away. Okay. Swing low first entry. That's your first opportunity to go short. I would do this as a non-obvious just because we bounce off the lows here. Yeah, I would do it as a non-obvious. So entry would be right here at 25. Oh, sorry, not that 25. This 25. So scuff trading might work a little bit better now since we're getting close to 11 a.m. We have less of those huge moves, as you can see here. Starting to be less of the huge crazy spikes that we've had throughout the day. And it would have pulled right there, so obvious entry would have worked. But I was just a little hesitant because I thought people would actually see this, but it looks like they didn't see it. And I don't know, people just still trying to short this thing. I thought it would at least come down to here and then push up, but it didn't even do that. Just bounced right off. So if we got a second entry in the NASDAQ, no, not even there. Actually, we maybe would have entered on the non-obvious. 50. No, our entry would be right here, 50. So a one-tick entry, it looks like. But I think we made the right decision by doing a non-obvious just because of these lows. That's just my personal opinion. But yeah. Alright, we entered into a trade here. Swing my first entry, second entry. It wasn't a spike, so probably this one had to be a spike for us to enter on one tick entry. I just saw it on my second monitor. I was making music. And yeah, F's in the chat, boys. This one would have worked. Still working on music, so I'm sorry. Swing my first entry, second entry. Yeah. Just got entered into a trade here. It might be the last trade because I gotta go do some groceries. We had a swing high first entry, strong downtrend. That's a strong push up, and we can suspect at least people trying to scalp going long. And hopefully there's enough people doing that for this market to just keep on pushing down. Yes, mi amor. Yes, we have some cookies. Do you want cookies? But no, actually, Dada has to go buy more cookies too. Come on, let's get this. If we get this. No, it's amazing. I did see the presents, but I didn't look at the names because you're not supposed to look at the names until Christmas. Okay, we can suspect a lot of longs here, especially after that green bar. So this should push on down. It's a strong spike here, so good amount of people probably going long. Then after that push, yeah, suspect a lot of people. We got the scalp. Let's end positive. Oh gosh, what? Okay. We got the scalp. See if we can get a runner. Doubt it. Think we could get a runner? Let's see. There should be a lot of longs there. We'll just leave this here. If we get this, we get this. If we don't, we don't. Let's go at least to this low. To the previous low in the previous day. Like right there, right? Yeah, about there. If we get it, we get it. If we don't, we don't. Alright, that's gonna be it for me. I'm gonna shouldn't leave this running, right? I guess we'll just sit and wait. Cause suspect a lot of longs here, because when you get that spike and people get stopped out, people are suspecting for the market to push on up here again, and that's what's really gonna push it back down. So once again, when you get a spike, usually this happens. People try to pick the bottom in this case, and it stops them out, and then people are suspecting this. This is what usually happens. But if everyone's suspecting it, then it means everybody should be going long. Then hypothetically, it should come up a little bit, then push on down. Let's see if we can get a good runner going. We'll move this to there. We'll trail. Let's see what happens if we just trail. Right, just trail. We're just trailing. We're just trailing. We out here trailing, boys. Alright, if it stops us out, it stops us out. I'm not surprised we got a runner. I'm just glad we got a runner. I mean, look at this day. How do you not get a runner going short? Like, you're gonna click the sell button and just put your stop at the top, and you would have been fine the entire day. Jeez, look at this runner, man. And we should get stopped out here. And alright, that's gonna be it for this video. I might record when I come back, but it's 12 o'clock, then should be an hour and a half. Might be a trade at the end, so you won't notice I'm gone. So we'll just keep it going. Actually, I'm gonna let my laptop rest. So this is gonna be it for me. This is Nick B signing off with Price Action Trading System.